Tonight, Corona del Sol High School is telling its families that Tempe police have identified all the victims who are connected to a voyeurism investigation. A district employee arrested for allegedly using a school surveillance camera to record girls changing their clothes.
12 News journalist Maria Stobbs is joining us live in Tempe. And Maria, there are still a lot of questions about why this camera was allowed to be on in that room.
That's right, Troy Caribe. The camera at the center of this investigation was in a dance room at Corona del Sol. It's since been covered, but parents are now wondering, why was it there in the first place?
When the news came out that there are cameras inside our dance room, I was not too happy.
It wasn't until a voyeurism investigation that Cecilia Treviso realized her daughter's dance room at Corona del Sol High School had a camera.
Nobody told me there was a camera there.
She says her daughter has been taking dance there for 3 years, and she's been told it was okay to change in the room as long as she was wearing a sports bra and shorts.
My daughter cannot be the only one who has asked to take off her shirt.
Over the summer, the dance room was used as a temporary changing area while the girls' locker room was under renovation. Tempe police say staff had requested the camera be disabled. However, that didn't happen, and a district employee, 29-year-old Anthony Cruz, accessed it. Over 6 days in July, investigators say Cruz watched girls changing and downloaded 7 videos, some up to 2 hours long. Police say the girls were sometimes only partially dressed. He was arrested Saturday after an audit uncovered his activity.
I saved it for documentation purposes to show that these cameras need to be moved. This is why.
Arizona law allows schools to use cameras for security and surveillance anywhere where a class could be taking place. And the Arizona Department of Education tells 12 News it does not set policies for how local districts manage those cameras. But state law prohibits knowingly recording or viewing someone without their consent while they're dressing or undressing in a place where they have a reasonable expectation of privacy, like the dance room that was being used as a temporary changing room.
Just because they didn't catch somebody in the prior years doesn't mean it didn't happen. You don't know who has access to these cameras.
The district tells 12 News the camera is no longer operational, saying it did not know students sometimes changed in the dance room. The district did not say who has access to the camera or when or why it was installed, citing the ongoing investigation. Meanwhile, it's still unclear who was actually responsible for disabling the camera after staff requested it. Cecilia says the camera has now been covered with a trash bag, despite the room no longer being used as a changing room.
I mean, if that camera was there for a purpose to begin with, like a real purpose, they would have said, well, we can't hide it because of, and they would have let us know. They shouldn't have had it there to begin with.
Now the district says it's working closely with Tempe police, and they'll share more as the investigation moves forward. Live in Tempe, Maria Stobbs, 12 News.
All right, Maria, thank you. We'll follow this as this case moves forward. Let's get